Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a pretty fun one, pretty cool one. It's going to be me, demoing and showing off these sound fonts. They're lightsaber sound fonts. They're meant for lightsabers, but they're not lightsabers. These are sound fonts. They're also called out-of-universe fonts. These are sound fonts that are not sounds that come from lightsabers in the Star Wars universe. So not in, Clone Wars Rebels, the movies, anything like that. These aren't lightsaber sound fonts. And I'll show what I mean in just a second. So I'll be showing off 6 sound fonts from 3 different websites, including Kyberphonic, Saberfont.com, and Repulse Collectibles. Repulse Collectibles used to be known as Repulse Custom Sounds, but now they're called Repulse Collectibles. I will leave links to every single sound font in the description below. So before you ask me, where do you get these sound fonts from, read the description below. I will not answer you in the comment section if you did not read the description. Okay, so first up is one called F1 Racer, and it's from Kyberphonic. I love F1. I love Formula 1 racing, the cars, Formula 1 racing, and that's what this sound font's named after. Jesse, also known as Kyberphonic, he took sounds from F1 and converted it into a lightsaber sound font. So this is meant to mimic, Anakin pod racing in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And it's really, really cool. Kyberphonic does amazing work. I'm sure y'all know that already, but this is one that I wanted to get as soon as he came out with it, as soon as he showed it off. I was like, this is so sick. Because I love F1 and I love Star Wars. And I love lightsabers, obviously. So I had to get it. So this one is called F1 Racer. I'm going to show a demo right here. And then after, I'll show you where to get it.
Now this is pod racing. With me, you'll end up womp rat food.
Okay, now I will show you where to get it. This is kyberphonicfonts.com/products, as you can see right here. So there should be no confusion on where to get this from. This is kyberphonicfonts.com. You scroll down, it is quite literally the first one right here. It's F1 Racer. It's $10, comes in CFX, Crystal Focus 10, which is what I'm demoing it on. I'm demoing all these sound fonts on my Sabertrio Vektra Crystal Focus 10 Neopixel Saber. This comes in Crystal Focus 10, Profi, and Verso. When you buy the font, it comes with all 3. So if you have a Crystal Focus 10 Saber and a Profi Saber, you can use it for both. If you need any instruction on how to add sound fonts to Crystal Focus 10 Sabers, check up in the top right corner of this video right now. There's a link to one of my videos. It's like the second ever video I did, and it's showing how to do that for Crystal Focus 10. And especially for Kyberphonic fonts. The Kyberphonic fonts is one of the ones that I use as an example in that video to show how to add them to your Saber. So just keep that in mind. I mean, this is so easy to do on Crystal Focus 10. So this is where I got it from. F1 Racer. I'll just link this in the description below. So I should not have any questions on where I got that from. Next up is one called Tie for CFX. And this one is from Genesis Custom Sabers, aka Mad Cow, aka Rob Petkau, who's the owner of Genesis Custom Sabers. He also makes sound fonts, and this is one that's really awesome. It's a bit of an older font. This is one of the older ones that I actually have, and I'm showing off in this video. This one is on saberfont.com, and don't worry, like I did with Kyberphonic, I'll show how to get it and where to get it later on in the video. So I'm going to show you a demo right now. This is a TIE Fighter sound font for a lightsaber. It's really cool.
Die.
Okay, so now that you've seen that font, I'll show you where to find this sound font. On saberfont.com, you can go in and you can, sort by, these different parameters here to find it. I just use the search thing. Just type in TIE for CFX. And it's this one right here. TIE for CFX. MC, that means Mad Cow. So this is Genesis Custom Sabers right here. For just about every sound font on saberfont.com, there is a demo video right here. Same thing on Kyberphonic and Repulse Collectibles. There's a demo video here so you can see exactly what you're getting before you buy. And Genesis Custom Sabers, Rob Petkau, all of his fonts, basically all of his fonts are $7. They're some of the cheapest, but they're really, really good fonts. So once again, I will leave the link to this sound font in the description below. So please don't ask me where to get it from. I just showed you how to find it on Saberfont, and I will give you the link to the font itself in the description. So please read that. So next up is one that's really intriguing actually, and especially for those who grew up with the original trilogy or just generally love the original trilogy. So this is a sound font that comes from Return of the Jedi. It's called 74Z. For those of you that don't know, the 74Z is a speeder bike that was used in that era, and especially in the Battle of Endor. If you remember the scene with Luke and Leia in the Forest of Endor, and they have those stormtroopers, and they have those cool speeder bikes, and they're going through the forest and all that stuff, and one or two of them crash into a tree. Those are called 74Z speeder bikes. And this sound font is just called 74Z, and it's from Cosmic Ape, which can be found on Repulse Collectibles. Like I mentioned, I will give you the link, and I will show you how to get this one. So enjoy this one. This one has a really cool pre-on effect. So, it's a sound that you press the activation button and it plays a sound, and then it goes into the blade effect and stuff. It's really cool. And when the blade ignites, it has that really cool sound. I really love this sound font. It is awesome. So take a look at the demo right here. Alright, so now I'm going to show you where to get this one from. This is from Repulse Collectibles. This is also known, or formerly known, as Repulse Custom Sounds, and they've rebranded into Repulse Collectibles. So you press these little 3 lines right here. Smooth Swing Sound Fonts, by the way, they also sell DIY custom empty sabers, which look pretty cool, by the way. And Repulse Collectibles, right now, they have 5 different font makers on their site. Link, Force Effects, Dante Saber Designs, Cosmic Ape, and Kyberl, however you say that. All of these guys, they make a lot of really good out-of-universe sound fonts. So for this 74Z sound font, you just go to Cosmic Ape. Cosmic Ape, also, if you don't know, was the one that made the Angry Monkey sound font that I showed on my Instagram a while back. You can go check out my Instagram. It's just lando.sabers. It's a really cool sound font that's based on Dragon Ball Z. It's not on here because he doesn't sell it because it was a free sound font, but it is a really cool sound font. But the 74Z Speederbike sound font is right here. 74Z Speederbike, $10. And then, they have a demo right here as well. So I already showed you my demo, but you can go check out these as well. It comes with CFX, Golden Harvest, and Profit. It's a really good sound font. Repulse Collectibles, all the guys make really good sound fonts, and they do a lot of out-of-universe sound fonts. So non-lightsaber, lightsaber sound fonts. So we just did one with the original trilogy, a really cool sound font from the original trilogy. Now let's do one from the prequel trilogy, and actually from, Mandalorian. So this is one called Seismic Blade, or Seismic Chargers, whatever you want to call it. And this one is from Dendo's Moonforge. So Dendo is a pretty new guy in the font maker community, and he actually created this sound font. It sounds really good, by the way, in person. The video may not do it justice when I show my demo, but it sounds really, really good in person. So what this is a sound font. Slave 1, which is Jango and Boba Fett's ship, as you can see from the prequels and from the original trilogy and in Mandalorian, it is a sound font based on the seismic charges. So that it's that bomb that when it explodes, you don't hear anything, and then it just, I don't know how to explain it. I sound really stupid right now. But Dendo's Moonforge made a sound font based on that. So it's one of those things that the ignition and the retraction itself is kind of the font, but you can swing it around, and he made smooth swing pairs out of it. So it's really cool. Just watch my demo right here, and it'll make a whole lot more sense.
Seismic charges. Stand by.
Alright, so once again, this is a sound font that is on saberfont.com. I will leave a link in the description below. This one is from Dendo's Moonforge. So just look up Seismic, and you should be able to find it. Seismic Blade right here. DMF, Dendo's Moonforge, Seismic Blade. He has his, his demo right here, and it comes with Crystal Focus 10 Profi and Asteria, which is cool because there aren't a ton of people on Saberfont that also make stuff for Asteria. And I know a lot of people have, Pock Store sabers with Asteria. So this is a sound font that you can use for your Asteria saber. This one is $12.99. It is a really cool sound font. Like I said, I could just sit there and do the ignition and the retraction all day long because it sounds so good. And it sounds so accurate to what you see in the films and in, The Mandalorian and stuff like that. Next up is a really interesting one. It's closer to a lightsaber than anything else on this list, but it's still not a lightsaber. This one is Orochi. This is a samurai sword sound font, and this one is from JuanSith. This is a really cool sound font. Like I said, all of these sound fonts are really cool. Every single sound font I'm showing in this video is really, really cool. But this one is really cool because it actually makes you feel like you're holding a samurai sword when you swing it around because of the smooth swing pairs, the accent swings. It just sounds really cool. So this one is also on saberfont.com. I'll show you where to get it, but check out this demo. I paired it with a white blade. If you need instructions on how to do a white blade, it's on my second ever video on showing how to add sound fonts. You can make your own white blade color profile. It's very easy. Just follow the steps in that video as well. So check out this demo. This is Orochi by JuanSith.
Orochi.
Alright, so like I mentioned, this one is also on Saberfont. I think maybe 3 or 4 of these sound fonts are on Saberfont. So to find this one, all you do is look up Orochi, Orochi. Orochi for CFX. They also have Orochi for Profi. And this one is from JuanSith, JS, Orochi CFX. This one is $12. Become a samurai warrior. This font will take you to the Edo period. I have a deep love for, the East Asian cultures, especially, samurai culture and, Japanese culture. So I really appreciate this font. This font is really, really good. And JuanSith makes a lot of good sound fonts. So this is another one. Like I said before, I will leave the link to this in the description below, or you can go to Saberfont, look up Orochi, and then pick which one it is for your soundboard. And last but not least, this next one is called Proxima Centauri. This one is from Zuvio. This is another one, like I said, that is on Saberfont. There's a lot of lightsaber sound fonts on Saberfont, including ones that are out of universe. But this one is called Proxima Centauri. So this one is based on a synthesizer. So the way Zuvio made this sound font is he has Korg synthesizers, Korg synths, and he made this sound font, and he made smooth swing pairs and accent swings and blasters and clashes and all that stuff out of synths. And I'm someone that actually really likes, electronic music. I love guys like Porter Robinson and Madeon. So I can really appreciate the sound font because, it's all synth based and it sounds really good. And it gives you that sort of, vaporwave, synthwave vibe. And you just got to check it out. So watch this demo. So like I mentioned before, this one is also on Saberfont. So all you got to do is go to the search bar. You can look up Proxima, or you can type out Proxima Centauri, whatever you like. And you'll see this. It just says Zuvio right here. They have it for Profi, open source, and Crystal Focus 10. This one's $8. Z-O, Zuvio. So this is a really good one. Also, he mentions right here in the description, it is recommended that you use the included font config to get the best experience. So that's what I did in my demo video. I kept the font config that he included. A lot of font makers, they don't include leds.txt files, or they don't include font config files because they want you to be able to customize it for yourself. And some people, if they don't know what any of that stuff does, then they'll just be stuck with what the font makers give you. So it's really easy. Go check out my video on how to add sound fonts to Crystal Focus 10. It's one of the easiest things about customizing Crystal Focus 10 sound fonts is just, playing with some stuff in the font config. So this one is Proxima Centauri from Zuvio, synth-based Crystal Focus 10 sound font, smooth swing sound font. I'll leave the link to it in the description below if you're interested. So that will just about wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy these sound fonts, be sure to go support these font makers. Some of them make their living off of this kind of stuff. Some people don't make a living off this kind of stuff. They work really hard on these sound fonts, and they do a great job. These lightsabers would be nothing without sound fonts. It would just be, a glow stick, and that's kind of like the motto of saberfont.com. It's like, without sound, it's just a glow stick. So go support these font makers. Go support their work. Show off their work to other people. It helps them a whole lot. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe. Go support these font makers, and may the force be with you.